Yo, today is a good day. Today is a day I've been hyped about for months. Something that I couldn't talk about too much until it was like time, and it's time, and you guys finally get to see it. I've been a part of this like huge collaboration that's been going on for months, and we've been talking about how we're gonna execute this. My idea for this, and like something that would be like a cool title, is like how we lost all the weight that we lost. Something personal, something that you may see the Instagram posts of the befores and after, but you may not know the kind of insides. And so I kind of want to give you guys a like a place inside the minds of the five greatest people on the internet, my friends. I really love that I got to be able to do this. After you're done watching their videos, go check out their channels, go subscribe to their channels, go follow them on Instagram. They're great people. Regardless of if you do keto or not, you'll find out something great from going on their channels and their pages and stuff like that. So enjoy their videos, and I'll talk to you again in a little bit.
Joanna, also known as Keto in Canada here, and how have I been successful in losing over 60 pounds? The way I've been successful is probably quite different from the way that everyone else has been successful. Besides tracking everything that I eat, one of the main ways that I was successful is I told myself that I would eat out, keto food, just to stick to the diet. So it didn't matter if I have to spend money to have dinner. I decided that it was worth it to me. Can I have a kiss? Oh, you have dice in your mouth. Thanks, Carter. You need to get that out before you choke on it. I told you. So yes, I told myself that it didn't matter how much money I would have to spend on food. If I had to eat out in order to stick to the diet, I was going to do it. So basically that would be my special tactic that helped me lose 60 pounds was eating fast food. Who knew? Let's check out how Britt lost the weight.
Thanks, Joanna. Hi, I'm Britt, also known as Keto B on Instagram, and I have lost 62 pounds and counting. My partner and I started keto in November of 2016. We did do some food tracking, but it didn't take me long to figure out that that was not for me, and eventually just sort of switched to intuitive eating. So I try to really listen to the cues that my body gives me to figure out if I'm hungry, thirsty, or just maybe bored. I have always been someone who's really loved to cook and to bake, and I think that that has really worked to my advantage with keto. Coming up with different recipes in the kitchen, trying weird ingredients, and seeing what happens. It doesn't feel like a restrictive diet if you're constantly trying new things. My weight loss has not been linear. The scale does go up and down, and it has since the beginning. Not giving the scale so much power really helped me to gain some perspective, to really appreciate the quality of life that I was gaining from losing weight, and just to not focus on that damn number. I still have about 40, just under 40 pounds that I want to lose. And it doesn't really feel daunting because I know that I found a way of eating that I really love, and it doesn't feel like a diet. It just feels like a way of life. Like I don't eat these things and I eat these things. So I'm not somebody who tracks my food, and I'm also not somebody who meal preps. Personally, and I actually did do a video about why I don't track my macros. For me, I really wanted to change my way of eating into a way that felt like intuitive eating. It's really important to find whatever method works for you and to stick to it. And if things aren't working, then it's good to question that, because our bodies are constantly changing, and it is important to listen to what they're telling you. So that has been my personal approach with keto. Let's see how much weight Aaron has lost and how he's managed to do it.
Thank you, Britt. So the big question is, how were we successful in keto? And I started out 2017 at about 275 pounds, and now, late in 2017, I'm sitting here at 211 pounds. And I can attribute a lot of that weight loss to sticking to the boring things that I knew were working. I did boring stuff. I found a routine that worked for me. I found foods that worked for me, and I stuck to those things. It's not the sexiest answer, but finding what worked and sticking to it without much deviation really did the trick. And that's food and exercise, especially in the beginning. I would prepare a lot of the same foods. I'd have eggs a lot. I'd have chicken thighs a lot. I made eggs and sausage and avocado for myself almost every day. I ate a lot of chicken thighs. On Fridays, the family and I would get takeout. We'd get, bunless burger. I would get a bunless burger from Five Guys or a burrito bowl from Chipotle without beans or rice. So those were major treats. But outside of that, kept things really simple in the kitchen, found things that worked for me, stuck to them. The results were noticeable, so I just stuck to those things. So consistency and being steadfast was key for me. Things were boring. So boring for the win. So that is it for my section. I'm going to send it over to my buddy Scott, the Keto Dad.
Thanks, Aaron. Scott here, also known as the Keto Dad on Instagram. Aaron's like my keto twin. Our stats are really, really similar. How we got here is really, really similar, except he runs and I don't. So, and he's like a foot taller than I am too. But good guy, follow him if you don't. So, how did I lose 65 pounds? Obviously, through a ketogenic way of eating. Obviously, that's what this video is about a keto life and a keto way of eating. But for me personally, how did I lose that amount of weight? I focused on the quality of what I was eating, the amount of what I was eating, and how much. I guess that's quantity, but how much I was eating. I let exercise go. I didn't focus on exercise. It seemed daunting to think about how much weight I needed to lose as a whole and what the sort of end game was. And for me, it's a series of small decisions. It's making the right decision for the decision that is in front of you or the decision that needs to be made at that time and that time only. Just focus on that. Make sure that you're making the right decision of what you're putting in your mouth and what you're putting in your body. And it's those little, 2 to 3 decisions a day, potentially 4 or 5, depending on your lifestyle and how much you eat and snacks or no snacks or, no breakfast. But just focus on those small decisions. Make sure that you're making the right decision at the time. And over time, that really begins to add up. So I challenge all of you guys and ladies to focus on the little decisions day in and day out. Focus on one meal at a time. Make sure that you're making that best choice at that current time. You'll focus on dinner later. You'll focus on the other decisions later. But for now, just focus on that one decision. So I challenge you. That's how I've lost 65 pounds, just over 24% of my body weight. And I'm going to turn it over to Kelly now to see how Kelly has lost just the mass amounts of weights that she's lost. Truly amazing. So, Kelly?
Hey guys, it's Kelly, also known as Kelly_Keto on Instagram. Isn't it insane how much weight we lost combined? Personally, I lost 100 pounds in a year and a half following the keto diet, and it was just, in all honesty, looking back on the journey, of course it was difficult, but keto made it so much easier than anything else I had tried in the past. The way I got started with keto was that my CrossFit coach recommended it to me, and I knew what keto was, and I said, there is absolutely no way I can do that. I can't give up carbs. I can't give up, bread and pasta and fruit. There is no way. But I'm a very stubborn person, so I said, you know what? I'll commit to 30 strict days. I'll show you how shitty the keto diet is. And then, the first week I felt a little bit rough. The second week, same thing. And then as the time went on and I reached that 30 days, I wasn't in love with the keto diet, but I definitely didn't hate it. And I was seeing results, so I stuck with it. And now, 100 pounds and 2.5 years later, a year of maintenance, I'm going to be doing this for the rest of my life. Weight loss with keto was a very dynamic process. I made a lot of changes and adjustments along the way. When I first started out with keto, I was doing what people like to call lazy keto. I don't like calling it lazy keto because I don't think that anybody who's making any attempt to lose weight is lazy. So if you're not familiar with the term lazy keto, it means that you're doing keto without any tracking. So I did that for about 6 months, and I like to call that intuitive keto, not lazy keto. So I did that for about 6 months, and then when my weight loss started to stall, I started tracking all of my macros. Some other things that I incorporated along the way were intermittent fasting, and that's something that I've taken out now that I'm in maintenance. But keto just made losing weight, I don't want to say a pleasure or fun, but it really wasn't so bad. And even though it was a dynamic process, anytime I made a change, I would stick to that. I was very consistent, I was very dedicated, and I didn't make any excuses. And that's why I was so successful with the ketogenic diet.
375 pounds. It's crazy. And they got to do the things that they wanted to do to get them there. And that's awesome to me. That's encouraging to me. Hits the feels, as they say. But yeah, I'm sure if you've seen these videos, you understand why I love these people so much and why I'm so excited about this. It's all about building community for me. If you're watching this video and traveled from one of their channels, thank you so much. That means like a great deal to me. I'm passionate about keto. I'm passionate about fitness. I'm passionate about people growing in their lives and becoming, you know, these people that they've always wanted to be. And so knowing that I get to be a player in that game and where I can help people out is so encouraging to me. But yeah, the community of people that we brought together for this collab is just awesome. There's not one person in the group that I wouldn't work with again and do something with. So thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed the video. Come back next time. Bye.